Hey, Jim Kam here, founder, franchisor of multiple brands, exceeding over 100 locations. And today I'm with my VP of the brand development. So let's see this store. Why we are here again? It's because this is such a special store. And also we want to cover a very special topic.
Hi everyone, my name is Miguel. I'm the VP of franchise operations at the franchiseur.
We've been working alongside ever since the very beginning. So trust him, whatever he says, that's true.
And so today we want to cover a topic that we get a lot of questions from you guys on our end is a lot of you know me, and a lot of you, when it comes to going through the process of getting a franchise, will eventually speak with me. On my end, I take care a little bit of the franchise operations. We take care of anything related to marketing, anything related to the stores itself. When it comes to the sales and getting the leads, getting the information to you guys, a little bit of getting you the information that you need to know how we could help you and guide you towards getting your own franchise.
So the main topic, the main question that we are here to answer is how long should you work inside of the stores to be a good operator, or even during the training? How long should you do the training to be a good operator? This really depends on the level of experience that you have, because common sense is not common for everyone. So for people that already have experience in the restaurant business, it's so easy for them to just pick it up because they're basically just learning the skills required to make the food. But other than this, not only making the food, because this is mainly for the job of a staff or a chef. As a business operator, you need to be able to be good at cost control, at marketing, even people management. So there's so many facets. So it really depends on what you're missing and what you want to improve. One thing that I'll suggest is you, during the training, stay in the training as long as possible. Ask all the questions that you need. This is where you truly improve, because you have a testing ground, a battlefield for you to be able to implement, try, and have error, because you have your trainer alongside that they can fully supervise you. So if there's a mistakes coming in, they can just tell you what away, or if there's truly a mistake that has been done, they are here to help you solve it. So this is where the true experience are required. So one thing that I see during a lot of franchisee with Miguel is there's a lot of franchisee that did not stay long enough during the training.
When people don't stay enough during the training, you lack a little bit of everything related to the operations of the restaurant. Like Jim was saying, ideally we would want the franchisees to actually stay as an operator as long as possible, or as long as they need until they are ready to expand. Because when it comes to your store, every single store could be a little bit different, right? But like he was saying, you need experience in several things related to the business. You need to learn how to operate the business, marketing, people skills, management. You need to learn your specific clientele of the area where you open your specific store. So these are all things that you can only learn when you're in the field. It's not something that you could learn the moment you start letting go of the business to try and pursue other of your goals. So ideally, it's a process that we think that would be evaluated on your end. But of course, we could help you out to know when you could actually start expanding or not letting go of the business. But it's like a child. So you take care of it at the beginning. It becomes a teenager. It becomes an adult. It's able to run a little bit on its own. But you always have to be there to be able to maintain the business at its highest potential. Even if you let go of it a little bit to pursue an expansion per se, you always have to be there to be able to take care of the business itself.
That's one thing that is truly important, because most of the time for a lot of brands like Onigiri, Turnberry, Poke Station, the training could only last as long as 2 weeks, and you'll be handling all the information and skill set necessary for you to be a full operator. A lot of things that is required needs practice, and practice needs time. So would you rather practice with your own store, putting all the clients at risk, putting your own income at risk, or do it during the training, which could last longer, free of charge? Not free of charge, but there's no additional charge if you go from 1 week or a month. Because we want to make sure that you complete your training, and we want to make sure that you're confident into running your own stores, not only from making the perfect food, but also managing people, managing rush time. Imagine you receive a delivery orders, someone come pick it up, even though you have the delivery orders first coming in, but you have to be smart enough to serve the customer right in front of you. It doesn't make sense if you make them wait, watch you, make an order, prepare for a delivery, that the driver is not even here. So there's a lot of things that requires common sense. It's not common sense you did not have that kind of experience first. Restaurant business, you heard it from everywhere. There's a lot of long business hours, a lot, and it's a very long opening hours. So basically the store opens from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. but you basically need to be at least an hour in advance, so 10 a.m., and you need to close the stores, clean up the stores, so probably another hour at the end. So the store you're going to be running is basically from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. That's a basic schedule. But the good part is there's a calmer period during the day, which is between 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. This is where you can take a break. You can just have your staff prepare all the ingredients for the afternoon shift. So they'll be ready, and this is where you can truly have a little break. But for me, I used to be a workaholic. I did it hours straight, 12 hours straight. It doesn't matter what is required. I want to be able to make sure that I can fully control the whole operation. But this is not for everyone. I'm not suggesting it is going to be good for you, but you need to understand and you need to be ready to put in the work when it's necessary, because you never know what you're jumping into. In all kind of business, even though our concept have been proven through over 100 locations, but still there are some things that we cannot predict, like COVID, like the gas price. This is something that is unpredictable, impossible to predict. So you need to be the one that can truly adapt depending on the situation. But this is the big things that I just mentioned. There's also a lot of small things, like if what happened, like a snowstorms, if there's a lack of a power outlet situation, right?
Power outage.
So there are things you need to be able to act, but those things requires experience. You need experience to be able to act accordingly. So anyway, long story short, the longer you spend during the training, the better you're gonna be. It's like sharpening your own axe. If you spend more time sharpening the axe, you gotta be more ready for battle. But if you're just sharpening it quick, you're gonna have a lot of struggle during the battle. So probably you gotta stop, try to find another sharpener and sharpen it and go back. It's the same philosophy. There's no secret in any kind of business. A lot of people, they ask, can they still keep their job while opening a franchise? Quick answer, yes. But what I suggest, no. Because there's no good things for people trying to do things partially. If you want to do something great, you have to be all in. You have to be the one learning, processing, teaching, managing. That's how I did it. I never seen somebody doing something great by being there part-time. But of course, we have some franchisee that has a lot of experience into running the business. So they can do it because they already have people in place. But is that person you? A lot of the time, the answer is no. So my suggestion is, if you're ready to take the leap of faith, be all in, because you will never regret that decision. But if you're not ready, I'll say this is not for you. Business is not for you. So just give the torch to someone else. Hopefully, one day you can make up your mind and be ready, take on that leap, because this is truly something that I did 14 years ago and I never regret in my life, even though all the hardship I had to go through. Miguel can be a proof of that.
What Jim said is like very based when it comes to like running your own business when you're alone. There's other circumstances which may allow you to partially be full-time in the business, but that is only if you have partners and a team to help you out. People that you could trust, people that you could connect with. Specific could be like very close partners. That would be the only moment where you would be able to kind of have like a semi-full-time job. But even then, you would still have to put full-time into your business as well, even if you're letting go of your job gradually to be able to run your business and follow your dreams eventually afterwards, to be financially free and everything. You will have to let go of the job. But if you're gradually letting go little by little, you could only do it if you have a partner, because the moment you're not spending all your time and energy in your business to be able to get it to be very fruitful for you to the goals that you want to achieve, you're not going to get it if you're not fully involved into it. And even if you have a team, eventually your team has to be fully implemented into the business to be able to expand correctly with them. So like he said, it is doable for a specific period of time. For the learning phase, I would strongly suggest, if you're able to get like a month or two off of work to be able to learn the business completely, if you have partners, I would strongly suggest to do it. But like I said at the end, you still have to put all the energy that you can into the business itself. It could be gradually, but at the end, it has to be 100%.
Just remember one thing that is so important is running a physical business, especially a QSR, so a quick service restaurant. It's about efficiency, it's about people management, and it's also about managing cost. So those 3 points are so important. If you're lacking one of those three, you're not meant to be here part-time. Be here full-time until you're so good at it. And like Miguel said, in a lot of cases, the franchisee running a stores, it's like basically doubling their own income because they pay themselves a salary by working in the store, but they also take profits. They also have first sight into managing all the profit control. At the end, the second location, it's kind of inevitable if they're all in. I've seen it so many times. Like the owner here, this is their third location within a year. They have a fourth one on the way, even a fifth one currently building. So things can go crazy fast, and the leap of faith, that's all that it takes. So peace out from franchisee.ca, and I'll see you in the next video.